Hi folks, I wanted to do a tutorial type video for people who aren't familiar with melting wax and with different kinds of warmers. So I was hoping to show you guys the variety of those kinds of things. So the objective for melting wax obviously is to release scent into the air, but there's lots of different fun ways to do it. So let's get started on some of them. This is your traditional tea light kind of warmer, and so you put a tea light inside the warmer, light that sucker up, and then you put in a piece of wax on top, your tart or whatever you happen to have, and the heat from the tea light warms up the ceramic bowl and liquefies your wax. Like you see here, you've got a pool of wax. So these tea lights you can buy. This I got a 12-pack of tea lights for $1 at the dollar store, so it is pretty affordable. What you got to be careful with this kind of warmer though is you have the dangers that you have with your regular candles. If you have children or pets running around, you might knock it over, or a draft might push like a curtain and it might touch the candle. You know, things like that you still do really have to be careful with when it comes to using this kind of warmer. The best thing about it though is because it does get so hot, it releases a lot of scent into the air, and so that's why people choose to use this one in a lot of cases, or they just don't want to use electricity, which is what this kind of warmer uses. So this one happens to be a bulb warmer, and I'll show you another one with a different kind of bulb. This one's a 25-watt bulb. Some people swap the bulbs out for a higher wattage so that they can get more throw, because the hotter this gets, the more scent gets released into the air and the more quickly it happens. So some people like to do that. Also, depending on how much wax you load into the dish, that affects how strong the throw of your scent is. So for example, this one I wanted just kind of an average throw, so I put in 2 cubes that I popped out from this clamshell. If I wanted a stronger throw, I would obviously drop in more wax. So you have different vendors that you can buy from online. And also you can buy stuff, you know, from Walmart. These are Walmart brands that you can pick up when you're shopping, or if you have a local rep that sells Scentsy, which is really what started the whole tart craze. You know, those options are available. There are also lots of different vendors who have lots of different styles, and so I was going to show you different ones. Some choose to stay like pure with their colors and not color it. For example, this is one particular vendor that does that. She has her white wax in beautiful shapes and also in tarts. So that is one option. This is another vendor that doesn't color her wax, so she keeps hers white or whatever color the fragrance oil happens to make the wax. And there's another vendor also that doesn't color her wax, and with this kind of wax you peel off the liner and then you drop it into your dish and let it melt, and the scent releases. Other vendors get really fancy with their wax. So here's an example of one who has an owl as her logo and her theme. So she's got these cute little owls. These happen to have a lot of glitter. Some people love glitter on their wax or other kinds of decorations. Other people don't, so that's really up to you to decide what you like. These ones are the owls without the glitter. Other people have fun shapes, like seasonal shapes. Other people have grubby style shapes. This one right here, Super Tarts, has different shapes as well. These happen to be petals, and they do have the glitter. And we've got Up the Creek Scents, who's got different kinds of shapes, and she also happens to have some with her logo on there, which this is an example of for a different vendor, for Alamo Candelaria. So she has her logo on her wax, and then she also happens to have shaped tarts. So lots of different styles, lots of different scents. So let me show you the next kind of warmer. This is another kind of warmer, and this one's actually a bulb. So let me move around and see if you can see the light bulb. You probably can't. But again, the higher the wattage, the hotter the wax is going to melt. So if you happen to have too low of a wattage or too much wax, or the wax is too hard, instead of having this nice melted pool like I have here, you're going to have a lip or a ring of hardened wax around there. And the problem with that is that it's not going to release the scent. So you have to make sure that you're using the right amount of wax, the right kind of wax, and the right temperature when it comes to choosing your warmers. So again, you just kind of get your Tarts, drop it in there, and let it melt and turn into this pool. If you want more scent, you drop in more Tarts. So again, it's completely up to you. Another kind of warmer and my own personal favorite are hot plates. So these are pretty affordable. Usually these run about $5 in most stores. This one happened to be $3.99, or if you use coupons or happen to catch a sale, you can get them for a great price. So I personally love these. You just got to be careful with the kind of container that you put on here. So I happen to like tin containers. The other ones that are good are glass, but you have to be careful that the glass isn't too thin because it could crack if it gets too hot. You can also use ceramic bowls. Really, it's whatever will be temperature resistant and will hold however much wax you want. So again, I happen to like these. And a little trick that I learned is to drop in these silicone cupcake liners into here, because that makes it easier to pour out the wax and change it out. So what happens is once the scent is spent, the wax doesn't disappear as you melt it the way you do when you burn candles, but the scent disappears. So once the scent is gone, I turn off my warmer and I let it cool down. And what happens is it goes from this liquid state into this solid state, and from there you just peel it and out pops the spent wax, and then you can toss it or use it for whatever, you know, recycle kind of thing you want to do. I happen to prefer this because they're very hot and they release a lot of scent. The only issue with it is that it's hard to tell sometimes if you have it on. Sometimes you forget. And so the nice thing about the bulb warmers is the lights are on and it serves as a constant reminder that it's going, and you know, you have to turn it off so you don't forget and leave it on too long. Another kind of warmer that's very popular and is very effective is the Glade warmer. So these you can pick up at your local grocery store, at your Walmart, wherever, and they run about $10. So they're very affordable. They also happen to be a 20 watt. So the wattage happens to be one that works for almost every kind of wax. And if you notice, it's going to get dark because I'm covering this. It is a hot plate. The dish sits on top. So when your wax gets spent and you're ready to swap it out, you can either do what I do and just pour it out into a container, into your trash can, and replace it with new wax. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just load a bunch of cotton balls into there. It soaks up the wax, and then you are good to go to replace a new one. So a lot of times you have to protect your fingers when you pick these up. The Glade warmer happens to be not so hot, so where it won't burn you when you pick it up. But if you don't want to take the risk of burning your hand or spilling wax everywhere, or you have a warmer that's hard to clean, then a neat trick is to just take some cotton balls and drop it in there. And so the cotton balls soak up the wax, and it usually takes a couple of minutes to do that, but as you can see, soaks it up nicely. You rub it around, wipe it up, and then once you're done with that, you can pop in your new wax. And so like with scent shots, what you do is just pop it out, remove the lid, give the bottom a good pop, and out comes your scent shot. And then you just drop it in there once it's cleaned out, and you're good to go to start the next scent cycle. Another kind of warmer are your wall plug-ins, and these I happen to love because they're the perfect little night light. Let me turn off the light and see if you can see it better. So you have your night light, and at the same time you have your scent because you pop in your wax up on top. This melts it and releases the scent into the edge. So these are really cute. They're nice and small. Again, they're the perfect night light, but they are a little bit harder to clean. So like with this one, I just drop in my cotton ball, soak up the wax, wipe it out, and then add in my new wax. So anyways, I hope this video was helpful for those of you that are brand new to melting wax. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll be happy to help you out. And thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.